Good evening, everyone. This is Engineer Pat 5290 coming to you with the December Q&A, the last Q&A for 2020. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has participated in these this year and for all of your awesome questions. I have looked at these questions all year long and they have been phenomenal. Man, I'm just really impressed with the questions that are coming in and for you all taking time to actually participate in these. This really means a lot to me and for your support throughout this year and all the years I've been on YouTube is a big thank you to everyone. So to finish off the Q&As for 2020, we're going to start with My Leg, who comes in with 20 questions. Thank you very much. It's good to see you. What do you think of 4001 getting repaired after its wreck? I have only seen it once, and it looks pretty good. I'm glad to see they were actually able to save it, despite the fact it was in a really serious wreck. It looks really pretty. Have you heard of 4400 going in? I know they've been up there on the C6Ms. I've already seen a few of the 4300 series, but not any of the 4400 series. So this is going to be a really good one coming up now into the new year with the the C6M program. Do you wish all CSX logos be all repainted to YN2? Oh man, don't you just wish. It would all be back to the 90s all over again. I love that YN2 paint scheme. It looked good on the AC44. It also looks good on the standard cab dash 8 and all your EMDs. Uh, but I really do miss the YN2. Even though you're still seeing some of it, you're not seeing as much as you used to. So get your photos of the YN2s while you can. 4000 or 1071, I like both. 1801 or 8101, like both. CSX 911 or the UP 1988, they have their differences. I just like both because they're just different. Now, CP 7020 or 6644, 7020 if I had to pick one. I'm not a huge fan of the CP rebuilds. Fox's Pizza or Dairy Queen. Fox's Pizza is not where I live. I've actually never heard of them, but I love DQ though. Their blizzards, their hot fudge sundae, you're in business. How many Spirit units have you seen? I've seen all three of the special units: 3194, 911, 1776. The 601, the Spirit of Waycross, the 391, the Spirit of Dante. So I've seen five of those units. Um, what were your best snow catches? A pair of CPs on VO7 a few years ago, taken in 2016 in the snow. My dad and I went out in the snow, had a little snow adventure that day. That was real fun. How many meets have you seen? Man, more than I can count. I've seen quite a number of meets. The 156 or the 184, I have to go with the 156. Phase 4 was not my favorite paint scheme. Have you gone to Ashland, Virginia? Oh, yeah, plenty of times on the old Richmond, Fredericksburg, and Potomac Railroad, or the RF&P. Do you believe in fictional railroads? To a degree, no. What was the most EMDs you've seen on a train without any GE power? Probably 3 or 4. I've seen so many trains. I've seen 4 SD40-2s on a hopper run one time, just to name some EMD catches. Excuse me for a second. 4005 or CN 8952, 4005. Now, how many states have you been to? Let's see. Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, I think I've been to Mississippi a little bit, Louisiana, Missouri, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Maryland. Obviously been to the nation's capital. So I've been several different places. And Pennsylvania. I've been to 12 different states plus the nation's capital. What if the ACCs joined the ACUs and helper service? That would be actually really cool. Have you seen CSX number 1? No, I haven't. And I have not been to Canada, but I met a friend of mine who went to college with me who lives in Ontario. He's a real good boy. He's a good friend of mine, and he and I both love CN. So that's how we met each other. He asked me, "You like trains?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Have you ever heard of a company called Canadian National?" I said, "Yeah, I love CN." So that's a good question. I'm really glad you asked that and all of your questions. So thank you very much for your questions. Andrew Liam comes back. Great to see you again, buddy. He's got 3 this time. Have you been to the White Pass and Yukon Railway in Alaska? I've seen videos of it, but I have not done it. Do you wish to donate any money for restoration of 1309 or the 2926? Oh yeah, that's a definitely consider, because the small nonprofit organizations right now are really asking for donations during this time. So if you guys know of a small railroad that's in the middle of something like Kentucky Steam Program, Western Maryland Scenic Road, anybody that's doing restoration work, please buy something from them because they are looking for money now. Which of these fallen flag railroads do you mostly prefer? Out of the four listed, Seaboard and Chessie are the most I'm most familiar with, in the New York and New Haven. My uncle worked for Chessie back in the 70s, and I'm very familiar with Seaboard system as well. And the New Haven had the really nice EP5 electrics. King of Love train comes back. Good to see you. Did you enjoy the Polar Express? Oh yeah, I love that movie. And I also enjoy A Christmas Story with Ralphie. Favorite Polar Express songs? I just like the movie in general. I just love the way they did the graphics when they went into the studio and actually made the scene with the train puffing smoke going to the North Pole. It was just a really cool scene. Do you believe in trains? I kind of don't understand what your question is. Um, so I'm not sure on number three, but what do you like for Christmas? Anything. I like just about anything. Have you seen the CSX Santa train? No, but I have seen footage of it. That was a tradition started by the Clinchfield Railroad. And that's one of the trains I really would like to get, allowing the COVID restrictions. So, thank you, sir, for your questions. Trayman 1993 comes in. Good to see you, buddy. What's your favorite thing about Christmas? It's a good question. Spending time with my family, celebrating the holidays, and just really enjoy family time. That's one of the things I've always liked nowadays is family time. Do you like Department 56 buildings? You betcha. I've got plenty of Department 56 on my O-gauge layout. Favorite Hallmark Lionel Christmas ornament? I have the Minneapolis and St. Louis Jeep and the crane car intended for this year. The Santa Fe Super Chief, the NW 746, the Chessie System 2101. That's the T1. There's a whole bunch of them that I like. Besides Railfan Suffolk, your hometown, do you like Union Pacific and BNSF in Colorado? La Plata is pretty nice. I really would like to do La Plata someday. Favorite four-axle GE, the B40-A and the B40-AW. So thank you, sir, for your questions. Stephen KC Railfan and Transcontinental Railroad Productions are going to be the next two. Large car truck spotting is new this year too. Love the profile picture. I love everybody's profile pictures, but this one's great. Looks like to be a Peterbilt 379 or 389. Really nice shot. Good pictures for everybody. Steven comes in and says, are you going to miss MTH since they're going out of business? Well, to a degree, yes. But if Lionel can maybe buy the license to produce the lines, hey, that would be awesome. Because they did the same with K-Line electric trains. And see, Bachmann bought the rights to produce Williams. That's an older O-gauge name, and Bachmann bought them. You just don't know. Thoughts on Menard's O-scale rolling stock? I have looked at that. It hasn't really caught my eye yet, but I've always preferred Lionel, MTH, or even Atlas. Chocolate cake or ice cream cake? Oh, buddy. Has to be chocolate cake. My grandmother makes a really good chocolate cake. Do you like peanut butter? Of course. The 60M or the F45 60M. Emergency brake or the frozen ice scene from the Polar Express. I actually like both of those scenes. Hot chocolate or eggnog? Eggnog. The CP or the KCS holiday train? Both of them are really pretty. Thoughts on the radial AST schemes on the Conrail 70 and 80 Max? They're using that on the C6Ms that are ones that are rebuilt by Norfolk Southern. It adds a little bit to the unit. It actually adds a little futuristic type look. I've always liked that waveform underneath. Home Alone or Elf? Oh, I love Home Alone, the first one. I also like Elf and A Christmas Story when Ralphie gets the BB gun. I've always loved A Christmas Story with the tacky lamp. So if you guys have not seen A Christmas Story, the original from 1983, do it. Watch it, watch it, watch it. I love that movie. Thoughts on the B32-8s on NS? Those were pretty cool locomotives. Have you ever been to a Steak and Shake? One time, and it was pretty good. The Denver, Rio Grande Western, or the Reading, I liked both of them. I loved the paint schemes for both. The Rio Grande was cool because of their SD40T-2s. Which model train scales are perfect under Christmas for Christmas trees? HO gauge is good, O gauge is good. G gauge is a little too big, but HO is small enough where you can go underneath the Christmas tree without having a little issue. O gauge would be my next choice, so really good question there. Do you like the two new veteran units for CN? They're not bad. They're not bad. You think HO scale steam locomotives should cost less? Well, it depends on what it is. You know, the 611 is highly valued by collectors. So that one's way up there. I mean, it depends on what it is. It depends on the detail and even the digital command and the sound in it. F40PH or the MP36? Oh, F40PH for the win. Do you plan on getting any scale trains products? Possibly. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking about it. And GP20 or a Jeep 7? I like both. I like both because they're EMD. So thank you, sir, for your questions. Transcontinental Railroad is next. Good to see you, buddy. And one question is fine. Have you heard the Railroads Museum will make an announcement of progress on that 1361? Bring it on. I've been there when they were still working on it, but I'm really glad they're trying to move forward with it. Thanks for the update. So I will definitely look at that. Large car truck spotting is next. You have some great videos. How do you do it? I will actually say that I have done a how to start and market a YouTube channel video that I recently did a few months back. I'll drop a link in the comment section. I'll reply to you. I will definitely drop a link to it so you can actually just go right to the video and take a look. It's too much for me to explain. But thanks for asking, though. I'll send you the link for it. Standard Gauge Railroader comes back. This is great. Good to see you back, bro. It's good to be back. It's really good to hear from you. Current celebrity crush. This is a good one. It has to be Selena Gomez and Ariana Grande. Do not ask me why, but I love Selena Gomez because she's hot. And Ariana Grande is hot too, but it's split between the two. But I've always loved Selena's music. Her voice is really sexy. So, sorry guys, I've had a little moment there, but I love Selena Gomez. I love Ariana Grande. Favorite steam whistle? I love all steam whistles. Steam whistles are really pretty because all of them have a different tuning, just like a regular horn. What do you think should happen? What do you think should happen with rail fan with other rail fans? Well, you treat everyone with respect. If there's something you see that's not right, just politely call them out on it. I mean, don't be upset. I mean, just hey, look, please don't do that, or let's be considerate of others. So that's the way I would handle it. If something was not right, I would just handle it with some respect. Favorite EMD standard cab besides the 40-2, GP38-2. When are you coming to Jersey? Hopefully that'll be in the 2021 plans, allowing the COVID restrictions and also just time with me with work. So that is definitely on my list for 2021. Steven saying Railfan Productions, former Steven Weeby channel. Good to see you back, buddy. It's been a long time. How have the holidays been? They have been awesome. Any major plans for 2021? Well, I don't know yet. Hopefully I'll have some trips in there soon. I'm going to kind of leave that as a surprise. Hint, hint. But I think I got a couple little plans in there for 2021 this year. Favorite short line railroad? The Commonwealth Railway because it's here, and the Norfolk Portsmouth Beltline because they're two local companies. And also the Aberdeen Carolina Western and the Aberdeen and Rockfish for the ones in Carolina. So guys, it is with that we end the Q&As for 2020. Thank you to everyone who has taken the time to participate in these and having some fun. 2021 is going to be another good year for Q&As, and we are just going to have some fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed all the Q&As from this year, and continue to ask questions, guys. Continue to ask questions. I love your questions. Continue to bring them on for January's Q&A prompt, and that will be coming out the first of the year. So I hope you guys had a wonderful year, and I look forward to seeing you guys in 2021. All right, guys. Peace, and may God bless.